Guys, I've been looking for a video on YouTube and I finally found someone that has a meta gear. So this is Bounty Hunter how it was in 2012. This is a version of Bounty Hunter that was only out for like a couple months or something before they added EOC. So I quit when EOC out, and I'm not sure if a Bounty Hunter was also in the game when they made it, but yeah. Yeah, I think they had it, but I just quit the game at that point, so I didn't really play it no more. This is before things went bad with the game, before they added Evolution of Comet. This is the last version of PvP update that was added in the game before I quit, and yeah, started playing again when Old School RuneScape came out. So very kind of excited to talk about this. I also made a video about it as well, but we're just gonna react to somebody else's video about it. This one's called RuneScape Crucible Supreme Champion New Bounty Hunter Weapons Annihilation and Decimation. Those guys are going to be using best in slot stuff here. Definitely. Just check out his inventory. Rapier, hand cannon, that new armor, like Ganodermic armor. I forgot what it was called exactly. So he's risking huge. Not sure if he's going to skull up here, but this one's by Smokey 9112 Films. So let's check it out.
Hello and welcome. So first thing I want you guys to notice is if you look on the top side of the screen, there is a skull with a 3 under it, and that changes every...
Oh, so this is when it first released, guys. Very good. He's got, we got the coin pouch going on. This guy's at least 96 summoning.
12 seconds. It's a countdown to when...
There's a 96, like, at 99 you get the best, monster to use at this spot, but at 96, if you're 96 only, you can still use, like, there's like the steel like Titan or something, and there's the Iron Titan. I only had 96, so I can use the Iron Titan, but that Steel Titan is way better to use.
The Supreme Champion is decided.
And yeah, this guy's max cape, everything.
And when it hits 0, it will choose a Supreme Champion, and for some reason it's supposed to be a minute long for when you'll get a message like a minute earlier saying a Supreme Champion will be decided in 1 minute, but then each interval between each it goes from 6 down to 0, so it's 6 5 4 3.
But yeah, oh my gosh, they had freezes in this version of Bounty Hunter. That's cool, man, guys. So you can actually ice barrage and Bounty Hunter. Oh my gosh.
2 1 0, and between each number it's actually a 12-second interval. And between 1 and 0, there's actually a 18-second interval. And you can see here that I was actually chosen, but as a contender instead of a Supreme Champion, meaning
a Supreme Champion. I totally forgot about this, guys. Maybe something that added
only 30 seconds. And for some reason, I saw that
so he's going rogue here. He has no target.
Became
that guy looks kind of free loot.
I thought only one person could have it, so I tried attacking him, and I didn't even notice that I got scammed out of like a super attack and strength flask, as well as a range pot flask. Well, it wasn't a flask, but you can see in the top right side of my inventory, I get the 3 I don't know what you call them, but you know those 3 weapons you get there. And for quite some
wait, so it's healing him every few seconds.
time, I didn't know that I was actually invincible. And it seems that when you're invincible, you know, your HP keeps replenishing. I don't think you actually have to worry about food because your HP replenishes even though you hit 0, which is kind of weird. And when you hit 0, you gotta like attack again because each time you hit 0 and die, it actually stops your character from moving. And you can see that I'm sticking to the northwest area. This is because I didn't want to...
Okay, now he's fighting somebody that's not his target, so no more Supreme Champion thing, bro. This is interesting. They make you invincible, they heal you. What the flip?
To go in the middle where everybody could see me. And I wanted to stick secluded areas. So
bro, if you had this freaking Supreme Champion thing, you're gonna be uncontended in this Bounty Hunter cave.
So that I could test out the weapons. And they don't seem to hit that well. They hit through prayer. I think they ignore any protection prayer they're using. So when I was using the Maul, well, I think it was a Maul, but you know, the melee weapon, I actually was not hitting that decent.
Bro, what is going on? It's 2 versus 1.
Like maybe constant 500s, but I guess that's sticking too much. And with staff,
500s would be like a 50 whip hit in old school RuneScape.
There's not really anything good with it, although there was a special attack on the weapon where if you right click the weapon and there is a second option for a spec. And I didn't really get the chance to do this because there is only a 30-second window where I got to do this. So when I was recording this, I wasn't even expecting it because I wasn't looking at the rank on the top. I think it goes there are three different ranks that you can have. There is the first one is the basic one, Scuffler. Then you have Fighter, and then you have Contender. Then there might be a Supreme Champion. But I haven't
Bro, they had target teleport scroll. I don't think you even had to buy it to use it back in the day as well.
gotten that far yet. But I wasn't expecting
But it looks like a multi-combat area almost. Like
to have
it kind of is because the summoning monsters can attack you. You can attack the summoning monster, but it's pretty hard to kill the summoning monster with your by yourself, or even with your summoning monster. Like they have more HP than the players do, so especially the Steel Titan.
have the weapons. So I really, you could see that at some point I was just casting Ice Barrage with the Maul, and I was meleeing
Bro, he's like 40 HP right here. What do you
with the
do?
staff. So that's yeah, that happened. But next time I'll be better prepared for when I have either the Contender or the Supreme Champion. So you'll see
Bro, the leech prayers back then were such a good deterrent against somebody like freaking that was going really a full offensive on you. Like you could just leech all of their offensive stats, some range, defense, attack, magic, and you could be pretty safe against like the soul split meta. But if they're flicking their prayers, if they're flicking soul split, it'd be pretty hard to go against. But yeah, I don't know much about this.
that I got teleported away when it was just about to hit 0 seconds, and my HP, prayer, and run energy got all replenished, and I wasn't sure if my spec restore got
I personally think this is pretty overpowered and interesting because I never heard of this before, guys. Like,
replenished, but I guess
I just want to see him get into like some regular battles
this
here.
is a way to prevent somebody from having the invincibility and getting in the mindset that they're invincible and then being able to die right away. That's not really
Oh,
a good
oh,
thing
oh my gosh, the dragon claws are going out,
to happen because
and he's dead.
it just wouldn't
The other guy has war tortoise, so that's so much odds you got right there. If they have the war tortoise, like it only stores food and it attacks back as well. But he's using the scrolls that deal like it could deal like 40 damage in like 1 or 2 ticks. So it's it's pretty cracked because the steel titan, the iron titan. I'm not sure if there's a bronze titan. We're just like combat related summoning pets, I guess you can say. And yeah, took that guy out pretty quickly. The war tortoise isn't gonna help that much.
be fun if you're invincible and then the next second you can die right away. So it's kind of nice that they would heal you right after you lose your invincibility powers.
So yeah, nice whip loot, everything. Whip was like
So
1.4.
something I noticed with the Crucible is that you get a bounty fee when you go in, and the fee changes depending on how much you have on you. So there's a 525k fee plus a base number of 52k, and that 52k that thing never changes, but the 525k can change. But if like I bring all my chaotics, let's say in Comp Cape 2,
Wow, that stuff would take so long to get back, man, for sure.
and try going in. Let's see what the price is. And it's still 525k. So all these items, they're untradeable. So maybe it has to do with the Grand Exchange where you have to bring a tradable item as risk for the price to go down. So let's see if that's true. Click. And as you can see, it did go down. And it seems like it went down maybe 89k or so. And if you price check Dragon Savitar, it's 89k. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm just gonna skip through this
if you
part.
want to
I
pay
really want to hear about like him. I want to see him PK. I just don't want to hear about the fee and stuff. Okay, here. Now he's fighting Robert. Like I think this guy still makes videos. Guys, this is Robert. Like R Robert.
did wrong in the previous part of this video. I stated that I was a contender. I saw that the time said 30 on the top, so I thought that was 30 seconds, but it wasn't.
Okay, now this is a fair fight right here. But he still has the best in slot. He's got the full like Ganon like he Ganodermic like Dragon Claws, the hand cannon, which is pretty strong back then. It was two-handed like range weapon, and yeah. But the other guy does have the Steel Titan, so it's, and Soul Split, so it's gonna be a hard fight for reals.
It was actually a full 2 minutes. Then about the one iteming part, or just getting in having to pay the 525k, you could actually, if you have a pack yak,
Yeah, that rapier is so much
you
better
could go in
than the
with a
whip.
pack yak, bring like one item or multiple items that add up to 525k. Then you only have to pay 52k to get in. But still, you have to pay 52k.
Oh, the damage stacking pretty
And
well.
if you're
You
not
can cast that you can cast that Steel Titan like special attack very like every 3-4 seconds or something, very quickly.
killing
Or
anybody,
I don't know exactly.
you're gonna
Maybe
lose
there's 20 10 20 second
that money.
cooldown, but let's see
So
how
with a pack yak,
often
once
he's
you go
doing
in,
it,
you
guys. And
initiate.
then he's also bringing freezes because freezes are pretty awesome for bounty hunter. And yeah, that's like it's a good thing to do against the Venge meta. That guy was using Vengeance.
Jack back your risk, and you have nothing on you.
Like if you bring freezes, you got to bring a lot of risk, or with the extra mage gear and everything for
You
sure.
of course bring food. This does not work with Imp in a box because Imp in a box is a non-combat item, and you cannot take non-combat items into the Crucible. Like
Oh, so he brought summoning flasks. I'm not sure if that was like lowers the cooldown or maybe like boosts his summoning level so he can summon the thing. But
items such as the
interesting.
Vecna skull, and there's a bunch of other stuff that you cannot bring in. Also, another thing is I've been seeing that. Well, I haven't personally been paired with a low level, but I've been hearing that low levels have been being paired up with like, say, a level 70 got paired up with a level 138, and that's really messed up. I swear there was some part where in
Yeah, that should not be happening. Thankfully, if that's not in the newer bounty hunter version
the behind the scenes they mentioned
that we play right now, guys, because nobody wants that. That's just way too overpowered. 5 combat levels is it's not. It's still overpowered to get matched with somebody that's 5 combat levels higher. Like it should be the same combat level in my opinion.
where they're using some kind of special method to
That'd
calculate
be the best case scenario.
on how they're going to match each player so that it's going to be fair, and clearly something went wrong. Another thing is the target system. You have people who just want to go in, have a rune fight, or just pure melee fight without any range or magic involved, and you get hybrids paired up with just people in plain rune. And the people in rune, they stand no chance. So it's
Well, that they catered. They finally catered to the update, guys. Finally.
either they stay
Like no freezes in the new bounty hunter whatsoever.
and fight and probably lose and end up having to leave anyway, or just
But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because if you're a new player and like this guy's doing all these freaking technical freezes and stuff, it's kind of sad
leave right away and
because you're just gonna be out like class.
lose their
Like I be playing games and thankfully the games I play have like an ELO system,
52k deposit.
so I don't get like matched with like too strong of players.
The no protect rule in the Crucible is fine. It stops people from one iteming, but then you just have targets who will just go in. They'll try and spec you out, first chance to get, and if it doesn't work, they just go back out, which is awful annoying. It would be nice if you could have an option where you could choose what kind of fight you're looking for. Maybe it's a rune fight, dark fight, or hybrid fight. If you
Yeah, that'd be
could choose
pretty
that, it
cool. A
would
lot of
be
chaos going on with like rogue, like
much
I don't
easier to
know,
pair people
like
up.
there's
And I would love an option where you could choose for it to be a death match where they cannot leave. Both people have to fight to the death. Although it might just be a brew fight, but maybe you could have an
oh this
option
guy's
where you're
dead.
limited to how many brews,
GG.
or have an option where
Oh,
you're
he's
only
still alive.
limited to a
He's
certain
still
amount
alive.
of one
I think he
time
has that champion role, so it's
brew,
healing
such
him,
as
guys. Oh,
like
he did.
Baron Sharks
I keep thinking he's
or
gonna die,
Rocktail.
but he's not dying,
But
guys.
this might be
He's
asking
invincible.
for a little too much because if this actually came
Like he
through
keeps going down to 0
where you
HP,
could customize
but he's
fight
not
and
dying.
actually have a death match, or
It's like Duriel 3-2-1 or something. Like it's impossible for him to die.
just have it as a fair
Nobody could attack
fight,
him back,
it might
basically.
just come down to this would probably kill the wilderness. Because in the wilderness, you get PJ'd a whole lot. And some people just want to have one on one fights and not be interrupted by other people. And if you had
So if you have the supreme champion rank, nobody can kill you. I think.
a mini game where you could do just that and just win about the same, it it would kill the wilderness. But going back to the topic of the Crucible, this seems to be a minigame directed towards high level players who have some amount of wealth. It isn't really something for people who are looking for like just rune fights or dark. You could do that at Edgeville. This seems more for people who have like Ganodermic, Claws, and Storm of Arma. So I'm still trying to get the bones. They're the currency for
Storm of Armor was basically the Fire Surge version
the
of what we have. You combine it with the various robes, you'd be very strong with the Storm of Armor. I
Crucible.
never actually got the Storm of Armor, but it was very, very strong thing to have.
I need 15 of them to repair my glove. And once I get the 15, I can see how much the life point boost is. The only trouble is I wish it would automatically collect it because twice already I got a kill and then I forgot to pick up the bones. And it's on the bottom of the pile and it also takes up a whole inventory space. So like what the heck? Why can't it just be like currency on you get one each time you kill somebody, right? So why can't it just automatically add to your currency? So yeah, this has been a video on my thoughts on the Crucible. Currently, it's not that great. I don't expect it to last long because of the pairing
And it didn't.
system and just how it is to get in.
But yeah, Barrage definitely overpowered against somebody in Rune.
With the Supreme Champ.
I actually PK'd like this back in the day. But I think summoning's the most overpowered. Like, this other guy does not have summoning on as well.
It's kind of weird that they would make everybody invincible, but I guess it's just like 2 minutes of having fun wrecking people even though everything is safe. Then there's a fee. It's basically 525k plus 52k. The 52k won't change, but the 525k can. It'll go down each time you have carried risk. And it'll minus whatever your carried risk is to the 525k. But it only counts towards tradable items. Untradable, not even the comp cape, counts
I was fighting a guy with the brawlers, so with the brawlers, you didn't even have to have it like a weapon equipped. It was just like a punching kind of thing, and it was pretty strong, bro. Like, I think it like reduced your opponent's bonuses a little, and it would hit pretty hard.
Lowering that price. But besides that, so far I like the update, besides the fact that I'm actually hybriding and clawing people out just so that I can get kills, so that I can repair my glove. But besides that, it's been fun having, like, I haven't PK'd in a very long time besides random times in between. I'm still a little
So let me take a thumbnail for this video, because, you know, I want to just...
long time besides...
Right here. Yeah, we'll make that as the thumbnail, guys. Bam. Yeah, very different version. Very different version.
I'm still a little inexperienced at it. It's been...
Because we don't have summoning, we don't have a...
well over a year since I've...
This guy just died, Barrage.
Thoroughly been doing...
Darox was pretty overpowered in this version, not gonna lie. Darox
PKing
is pretty strong in this version.
But besides that, thank you for watching and have a nice day.
But yeah, I was just kind of annoyed because this isn't the kind of video I wanted to react to. I think this was a later update that they added with this whole like Supreme Champion kind of thing. So we'll have to go back and like react to another video about the Crucible in the future. But yeah, very cool video by Smokey9112 Films. I'm not sure if this guy like has some other videos of the Bounty on Crucible we can react to, but very cool regardless. Yeah, pretty awesome. Not sure if he still posts videos back still, but yeah, definitely check him out. And those are the flasks. All the flasks are in his inventory. They have like 6 doses instead of 4 doses, so pretty strong. It'd be cool if they added it in regular RuneScape as well, but yep, that seems to be the video. Summoning is just the #1 champion right here. Like, you can make a summoning account, have like 99 summoning, and do really well with it, but it wasn't around for that long. I think they eventually removed it. But yeah, guys, that will be the video. Peace out. See you in the next one.